Hello there, in Fallout 76 we have a lot of great PPUs like Plasma Caster, but on PTS, shotties finally have something to offer. And today we're gonna check the best version of the worst shotty, the Kabloom. Kabloom is Pumpy with additional poison damage. Base number was increased from 102 to 172. Out of range damage reduction multiplier was increased up to 0.5 for all shotties including Pepper Shaker. And we have additional 0.25 to critical hit, so auto aim became even stronger. Okie dokie, let's take a closer look at what we're gonna have fun with. Bloody plus critical damage plus reload speed. The first legendary modification we will pick soon. From normal mods we need calibrated receiver, aligned long barrel can be true, forceful stock can be something else. Obviously suppressor is a must here. But crit build is very important as well, so as always we go with critical savvy and 34 luck. And speaking of my perks, here they are. I use the same build from my previous vid where I said the same exact thing, so it's kind of funny. Basically what we need here is everything about dealing maximum damage to limbs and extra damage to crippled enemies like scatter shot, load spread. Well, this one boosts range. Then we have easy target. This one gives more damage when the target is crippled, and the same about shotgun champ, but per projectile. In our case, plus 80. Number cruncher gives extra damage as well, but the target doesn't need to be crippled. By the way, Beth has buffed it 2 times. Tormentor, more damage per crippled limb. In our case, is very useful. Ground pounder gives extra reload. Very important. Tank killer is somewhat obvious, I would say. Then we have fast fighter, more reload speed, and obviously concentrated fire rank 2. 3 would be better, but okay. Under intelligence we can have whatever perks plus nerd rage. We actually don't need first aid and field surgeon. Modern renegade is important, obviously, and the same about enforcer. The rest is what would you have on live server, and my legendary perks, specials and follow through. Okie dokie, speaking of my protection, I use the same armor from the 2 previous videos. Unyielding and rangers is the most important stuff I have here. Damn, how did I say it? Stuff. Back to the Kabloom and the last legendary modification we did not pick. We have 2 good options for shotties and so-called crippling build. The first one would be pinpointers, plus 20% damage to weak point, and the second one would be bullies, plus 25% damage per crippled limb your target has. Which is kinda okay for boss fight, but let's see what damage we're gonna get on big mobs. As for now, sounds promising. So, bullies it is. Speaking of food buffs, we have Blood Soup, more critical damage, then we have Brain Fungus Soup for no obvious reason, and let's check here. Bubblehead Small Guns, why not, and Magazine here, plus critical damage. And let's go with Ballistic Bog and Overdrive. So, 340, and that's all? Oi mama. Oh, here, 491. Well, it's okay, but no biggie. Let's try again. Hello, Baby Hawk. Okay, it's the same damage. 351. I wanna see 500. No. Yeah. Ladies and gents, pinpointers it is. What is good about pinpointers is being able to deal every single shot with a good extra impact, because extra damage to weak spot is kinda huge. So go for this extra, and I really want to test pinpointers versus bully on completely crippled Earl Williams, but somewhere in the future on live server. Boom! Let's try reliable stock and true long barrels that gonna give more damage because of higher AP cost and supposedly better vats accuracy. Actually it gives more damage to ballistic number like +1, but anyways we take this. And this time we will not use bubblehead nor magazine. But somehow I had no starched jeans. This is unacceptable. No one told me. Come on Zeus, why? So fireproof rank 2. This is a good strat to go with, but keep in mind that bloody builds by default are stronger than non-bloody, non-sneaky, non-critical damage every second shot builds. So it's kinda the best scenario what you can do with the Kabloom. 680 per pellet. Damn, it's like 5400 per shot. Nice. And what about you? 205. Okay. Critical hits are important to do this stuff, not just extra damage. Our range is still sucky and probably Bev should buff it up cause it is almost impossible to use explosive shotgun. And the new out of range damage reduction multiplier is not saving the situation of suckiness. So for the love of Tat we need 60 base range instead of 36 for Pumpy combat and double barrel shotguns, 72 for Gauss one. Obviously we can use vats enhanced, but it doesn't solve the problem. No. Let me show you real quick. 10%. Epic. Obviously we can damage targets without using vats, but still we need some extra range to safely play with explosive blues. You know what I mean. But overall I'm totally happy that Bev finally made Pumpy viable. My shotgun build is sucking deep right now on live server. And yeah, Gauss Shotty needs its previous range to be viable. Buffing base damage will just make us commit suicide more frequently. That's what you're doing, Beth. That's what you're doing. And since probably I will get a comment that shotties are not supposed to have any good range, I want to reply that Fallout 76 has nothing to do with reality. Like, we don't have onslaught mechanic in real life, and we don't deal more damage while crouching aka stealth mode. Real life minigun doesn't need 1 second to spin before shooting, and we cannot hold M2 Browning like in our hands. So please change F range. Thank you for watching, bye bye.